not done this in a while. I am bound and determined to get back into my recording routine and get you some nice videos made, some recipes, and some other fun things. So join me today for my last 50 vlog on 4/18/2023, day 303. I did realize that you guys have not seen my normal routine. Like, I did my vlogs before on vacation. So this is really what a normal morning for me looks like, surrounded by cats. This morning I am editing my unboxing video that I recorded yesterday. And typically what I do is I get up, I have coffee, watch the news, and I do try to push my first fueling to 6:15. So I usually get up around 5 o'clock, sometimes a little before, sometimes a little after. Occasionally I will sleep till after 6, which is a very rare morning. This morning my husband is working at the fire hall today, so he was up at 4:30, which meant I was awake when he got up and left, and so I got up at about 5. And I will have my first fueling at 6:15, which is a great time for me. So I'll see you back shortly for that one. It is time for me to think about my first fueling of the day, and I create my quart-size Ziploc bags. Each one is labeled with a day, so I know what I'm going to be having, and I will dump those out, save the bag for the next time, and look at what I have. And I know these two need to be made into a thermos. This one needs to be made and put into the fridge. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that now and get those prepped and ready. So let's go make some fuelings. I'm going to make my 3 fuelings here. The first one that I'm gonna do is my chocolate fudge pudding. I love these little Ziploc containers with a twist on lid. They're 1 cup containers. I think they come in a pack of 4. And what I do is I get really cold water from my fridge, and I do just a little over a half of a cup. So instead of 8 tablespoons, it's probably more like 9 tablespoons of water. It's just a little bit more than that, and I just dump in, and then I use this Zule frother. I got this from Amazon. I don't know, I'll link it in the description box down below if you want one and you don't have one. But this is one tool that I do use quite a bit, but I do make sure that I get all the dry mixture, just kind of like use the whisk end and scrape it off the sides so that you get everything in there. And I just really whisk it really well. I get a lot of air into it so that it's a little bit more mousse-like in texture, although it's not like as light as a mousse. But the more air you can incorporate into it, the lighter it is. It does get super thick and fudgy, which I love. And then I just put on the lid and pop it in the fridge, and it'll be ready as my last fueling tonight before I go to sleep. I have my electric tea kettle, another thing that I use all the time, getting ready to boil. So as soon as that boils, I will show you how I put together my other 2 fuelings for later today. Water's boiling, so what I'm gonna do is dump in this is the sour cream and chive mashed potatoes. Those are going into 1 little thermos. This is an iron flask, absolutely love it. Also got it from Amazon. And then this is the apple and cinnamon spiced oatmeal. That's going into another one. This thermos is a little bit bigger, and so I use that one for the soup, and I use this one for the oatmeal. Then I just take my water, which just finished boiling, and I put maybe 3/4 of the way full for the oatmeal because I like it a little bit thicker. And then most of the way full for the potatoes because I like it more like a soup. This is just plain clean water. And if I'm gonna do 2 fuelings, I don't need to wash my whisk in between. I just want to rinse it off. So I give that a really good whisk. Make sure everything gets in there. And that's sealed and ready to go. And then this also, just give it a really good whisk. Try to get as much of the chunks broken up. They will break up a little bit more as it soaks because, you know, it's just straight up mashed potatoes. So, and then I'm gonna make it really thin like a soup. So I get that a really good whisk. And then seal that up, and these just sit here. So I'm gonna have fueling number 1 momentarily. So this is fueling number 2, which will be ready for me in 2.5 hours or so when I have this one. And then this one will be ready in 5 hours. It'll still be warm. It'll still be perfectly delicious, and it's just all ready to go for me. So fuelings 2 and 3 are ready. Fueling 5 is ready. So that just really helps me to stay on track when I'm prepped ahead and I'm not having to stop in the middle of my day to think about what I'm gonna eat and how I'm gonna actually make it. Time to actually start my day. So I'm gonna have fueling number 1, the creamy peanut butter, the creamy double peanut butter crisp bar, like literally my favorite Optavia thing. I also have a cup of coffee number 2. I have 40 ounces of water ready to go, which I will get in, as you know, in between this and my oatmeal. So I will have that along with my coffee, and I am going to watch the news this morning, and I don't have any papers to grade yet because nothing's been turned in. So, and I have my unboxing video already edited. I have dishes already washed. So kind of my chore kind of stuff is done for the day already. So I'm just gonna sit and relax, have this, prepare to work in a little bit, and I will see you back here for the start of work and for fueling number 2, and see what else I can come up with for today. Getting ready to have fueling number 2. My work day is about to start. So I'm gonna get this down. This is the oatmeal that's been sitting there for a while. Sometimes I do it a little thinner. I've done it a little thicker, but I really love this fueling, so I'm gonna have this. I've finished my coffee. I'm most of the way done with the water, so this will get finished off while I eat my oatmeal, and then I will fill it up. So that's 40 ounces down, another 40 between this and the time I have my potato soup. So I am going to start work. I am going to be answering emails and chats with customers, working on a magnum opus magazine newsletter that needs to get published this week. So I'm going to be working on that this morning. And then hopefully I'm going to record a Fun with Fuelings or 2 in between my customer service job this morning and my class, which I teach a little bit later. So I just uploaded an unboxing video, and so I'm getting back into the habit of recording videos. I want to get a few in the can because that's really helpful for me to kind of have some ahead of time because I can't record every day. So that's my plan, and I will see you back here for my next fueling, which will be in the middle of my workday. I have consumed 2 of these already, so 80 ounces of water down. I've gone to the bathroom multiple times. This is the next one. I'm gonna try to get at least half of this done before my mid-afternoon fueling, and then finish it up throughout the rest of the day. I'm a little thirsty today, not really sure why. My throat's a little scratchy, so I don't know if there's allergy things that are going on. Hopefully I really hope I'm not getting sick, because tomorrow's Taylor Day and I don't want to miss out on that. So I'm going to finish work, and I'm going to have my potato soup. So it has been sitting here. It is very creamy. I'm gonna have this feeling out of finish. I've got about another little over an hour of work left to do. So right before I teach my class, I will have fueling number 4. And I think for dinner tonight, I am going to do Trader Joe's Mahi Mahi burgers, which 2 burgers count as a lean. I'll check in with you in a little bit. See you in a bit. I am all set up to teach my class, so I just thought I'd show you what I do is hang out here, and I have students that will be showing up shortly, so I'm going to teach my class, and then maybe we'll do something else after class. If you have never had a cooked radish before, you are really missing out. I know that radishes can be a little bit on the bitter side. Sometimes they're a little bit sharp or spicy, but when you cook them, when you roast them, when you air fry them, they become sweet and delicious. And so I would challenge you to give this side dish a try. In the meantime, I'm gonna preheat my oven to 450, and I'm gonna roast these radishes at 450 for my dinner tonight. I'll be right back. So my other radishes are in the oven, roasting at 450. We'll take them about 45 minutes. I am going to air fry 2 Mahi Mahi burgers from Trader Joe's, and I made a little tartar sauce. And what I did was I took a small container of fat-free Greek yogurt. So this is gonna, 2 tablespoons would count as a condiment. And then I took some little dill gherkins, little tiny ones, and I put them in my little handy chopper and mushed them up, and then added a little bit of the pickle juice. So this is probably, this was a 5-ounce container, so it's probably 8 tablespoons roughly of, which would be 4 condiments. So I'm not gonna do all of this anyway. I probably will do 2 or 3 tablespoons as like 1.5 condiments of this. I probably will put a little salt and pepper on my radishes. So I will let you know about that when I come back and do dinner. My Mahi burgers are in the air fryer cooking. What I'm gonna do is weigh out my radishes. So 1 serving of cooked radishes is 2.59 or 2.6 ounces. So that means I need 7.8 or 7 and it's a little better than 7 3/4 ounces. So I've got a plate here that I'm just gonna weigh these on. I've got my scale zeroed out. That's 3 1/8. That's 6 1/4. I might have to add something for green. Oh no, it's 7 1/8. I probably should add a little bit of, I've got a few cherry tomatoes that I'll probably just throw on my plate to round out to make sure that I have 3 full greens worth. So I'm gonna put these on the plate. I'm gonna let my Mahi Mahi finish cooking, and then I will put in a picture here of what my plate looks like, and then I will see you back for my last fueling and for the end of the day. I am done for the day. This is my pudding, so you can see how much lighter it is, but it's not runny. That's gonna be my last fueling. I'm so done, and I'm ready to crawl into bed and watch some YouTube videos. So I will see you next time. Have a good night, guys. Live in the light.